Like right now I'm evaluating, and I'm out of the corner of my eye, I feel this mare. She's kind of got her ears up toward this other horse, wanting to know where Buddy is, and because she's just a little bit insecure, you might have noticed a second ago she was right here on top of me. Well, I don't want to, at this stage of the game, I don't really like that, but also got to say, dude, I'm a stranger. I mean, I'm just some dude from Texas that this mare knows nothing about, so I don't want to come in here and start kicking my rules around, right, and make up all these big rules. I'm just going to kind of introduce those to her just a little bit. But as I'm doing that, I'm going to be thinking about those 4 questions. And here's one of them. The first one's this, and it sounds real easy, and I want you guys to think about these questions from the terms of not just with horsemanship, but also what I call humanship. It's very applicable. And here's the toughest question for you, and it's going to be the first one. Is that, what do you want? That sounds easy enough, doesn't it? What do you want? Well, heck, I want that sucker to do flying lead changes, sliding stops, and work a cow like you've just never seen before. That's what I want. Okay, that sounds pretty good, but we got to ask ourselves too, though, is what you want fair? In other words, is that fair to this horse? Is it fair to you? Or is your skill level up there good enough at this stage to do flying lead changes and those sort of things, and sliding stops? And then the third thing is going to come right back at you. Well, can you ask the horse to do that in a way that it can understand? It makes no difference whatsoever what it is that you want if you have the inability to communicate what you want, right? And then the last thing is that kind of what Dr. Phil might refer to as, well, how'd that work out for you? In other words, how do you measure it? How did you measure what just happened? If you asked this horse to do a slide and stop and she slid 2 feet, is that good enough? I mean, she slid, or are you looking for a 20-foot slide? In other words, how are you going to measure that? How are you going to know what you want to do next? In other words, how are you going to improve upon that? And with that said, as I'm thinking about those things that we're doing with our horses, I also have to realize that horses are the same with us, and that's there is no end to the journey. We just keep going, right? Every time you think you know a little bit about horsemanship, you realize there's more to learn. Every time you think you know a little bit about humanship, there's more to learn. So we're really on a never-ending journey here that just never stops. So if you're looking for a destination, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but there is none. You're just going to keep right on going, right? You're either going to keep going, or you're just eventually just going to come to a stop. And I really feel sorry for those folks that just come to a stop. I'm thinking, man, life just got real short, got real dull, in a real big